Hollywood's biggest movies are brought to life by the world's greatest actors, but there's another side that's just as important, of course, the director.
Every Tuesday, our connection to the stars, Jim Ferguson, joins us to share his experiences with Hollywood's best.
Well, thank you, Tina and Maria. It's Tuesday, one of my favorite days to be with you guys.
Because he gets to hang out.
Yeah. It's also our favorite day.
Yeah.
There's a head of one of the heads of our graphics department, Alex Rocha, who you know well. Alex has been cutting my star interviews for, I don't want to say how many years, okay? And he always says to me, it's such a treat when we have directors on because the movie that they've directed is part of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're really into it, and they're so much fun and great to talk to. And we're going to lead off with John Leonett, the director of Annabelle, which is not surprising, doing very well at the box office. John was a cinematographer for, do you remember The Dead Silence, The Conjuring? He was a cinematographer, and he's directed such movies as The Mask, The Scorpion King, Mortal Kombat, and you can kind of feel here he likes the occult.
Yeah.
And supernatural type
He's
of...
got a theme, yeah, definitely.
A theme there, but here's John Leonett, the director of Annabelle. This was really a work of love for you because you are a horror film fan.
Well, I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of making horror films. I like to watch them too, but I really just enjoy crafting them. Mm-hmm. It makes you use all the tools in the bag of your craft more than many genres or many other kinds of movies. And let's face it, horror films are looked upon as B movies, but that may be true. However, if you really step back and think about it, horror movies force cinematographers to shoot and directors to direct.
That's right, and very beautifully stated. Well, I agree with John. Horror movies, as he just said, are very difficult to make. David Dobkin's another wonderful director, directed and produced The Judge. He's done a lot of work with Vince Vaughn. Remember Fred Claus and Change Up. He's directed some wonderful films, and he's also produces The Judge, which I predict has a good chance of being nominated for Best Picture of the Year. But here's the director-producer, David Dobkin. Well, congratulations on The Judge. I know everybody's been, rightfully so, saying this is one of the best films of the year, and I'll begin with that.
Thank you.
It totally is.
Thank you very much.
Would you agree with me, David, as a director, producer, the film is about a sense of place for the audience a little bit?
Very much.
This little town that I mentioned in Indiana is a major character. Drama takes place in this small town, which is usually a very good place for a drama.
I think that, the movie's called The Judge, and it's about a man who feels very strongly about protecting and preserving certain old world conservative values, a sense of honor, a sense of dignity. And he has this young son who's a hotshot lawyer, and the town itself really represents the thing that he's protecting. So for me, it was a character, and it was very important that you saw something and you were like, and you, in a way, you loved it in a Norman Rockwell kind of way, and you said, oh, that's America. That's what we all feel protective of.
I hope the audience, like myself, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I went to school at Indiana,
Yeah.
down in Bloomington, so I could relate to these people. I knew basketball coaches very similar to Robert Duvall's character. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? From Indiana.
Yeah.
Where that old, as you said, old school sensibility.
Don't mess around.
And Midwestern sensibility, they call it,
I love it. I admire it. There's no reason to mince words, but there's a politeness.
Yeah.
And there's just a sense of people that are really wholesome and salt of the earth. And, look, I hearken back to that kind of a world, and I even miss it, the world that I remember when I was a kid, before the internet and all of this stuff. It was a simpler place.
The Judge. I gave it an A. It deserves it.
I'm going to go see it because
Good.
you're giving me the thumbs up.
Yeah, and you're going to go see The Best of Me, where you want to cry, because you like to cry in
I
movies.
do. I love movies that make me cry.
That will be Friday.
That's Friday.
We have the two stars, James Marsden and Michelle Moynihan.
Okay.
And it is a tearjerker. You know, it's a Nicholas Sparks romantic high school grown up type of film, which I liked it a lot.
Well, I love it
And,
because, Jim, you not only bring us these great interviews, but you also bring us free stuff for our viewers. You're like Santa Claus. Jim brought along a DVD for you to win at home, the Diamond Edition of Sleeping Beauty. Just visit TucsonMorningBlend.com and click on the contest link, and then you get Jim's free DVD.
As long as I don't look like Santa Claus.
No. You just bring gifts like him.
We are one step